In essence, this report is not just about Semple Elementary School. It is about its community, Benicia, and how Benicia cares for its children's learning experiences. To learn about a town, many people turn to the census to get just the facts, ma'am. What can the census tell us about Benicia? The census is only a bunch of numbers. No warmth, no imagination, no life. Just cold, hard numbers. But what do those numbers represent? They represent people, and people are what make the story of Benicia. To understand a town, you need to know more than just the numbers. What is its history? Who lives there? And so much more. This presentation is to help you learn about the town and about Semple Elementary School's need. We are requesting a grant to improve the English language arts competency of students at Semple Elementary School in Benicia, California. Please consider the following presentation and our rationale for choosing these students and the technology for English Language Learners Initiative. You also get to meet some Benicians and see their town, as the majority of the pictures in the presentation come from various picture websites in Benicia. Let's begin with Benicia's history. The city of Benicia was founded by our school's namesake, Dr. Robert Semple, along with Thomas O. Larkin and Commandant General Mariano Guadalupe Vallejo, on land sold to them by General Vallejo in December of 1846. Benicia was the third site selected to serve as California's state capital. The restored Capitol building is part of the Benicia Capitol State Historic Park, and is the only building remaining of the state's early Capitol buildings. Benicia is located on the north side of the Carquinez Strait. Located at the southern end of Solano County, the city is easily accessed from the Bay Area and Sacramento Valley. As the former site of shipyards, tanneries, and a ferry terminal, Benicia has seen its share of salty nautical characters living and working along its waterfront. Many cities are located within an hour's drive from Benicia's downtown. While a large portion of the city, 3,968, or 36.7%, moved into their current homes in 2005 or later, a larger number has been in the same house since 1990, reflecting stability in neighborhoods, creating strong ties to their community. Adding to stability is the high rate of owner-occupied homes. Owners occupy 66.7%, or 7,211 units, out of 10,814. Neighborhoods are comprised primarily of single-family, three-bedroom residences. One-unit detached homes make up for 64.2%, or 7,520 of the total housing stock of 11,717 units, and one-unit attached homes comprise of 7.6%, or 892. Of all the housing units, very few are large attached complexes. Only 284, or 2.4% of the 10,814 housing units, are in buildings with 20 or more units. Benicians enjoy many community events. All of this attracts people to Benicia, creating solid neighborhoods and a feeling of community. Growing up, children see the benefit of Benicia and stay. By creating a nurturing school environment that's aided by technology, the community will benefit as the children benefit. So, we have talked about Benicia's housing and neighborhood. What about the folks who call Benicia home? The total population has remained steady for the last 10 years, increasing from 26,865 to 26,997, or less than 5%. Benicia has a steady population of young residents who, based on historical data, will likely continue to live in the city as their parents did. The benefit they receive from any educational grant will most likely stay within the city. 72.5% of the city's 26,997 residents reported their race as white. The next two largest ethnic groups are Latino at 12% and Asian at 11.1%. Many people look at crime data when selecting an area to raise a family. According to the FBI website, Benicia is quite safe. Of Benicia's 26,997 residents, 6.5%, or 1,748 people, are categorized below the poverty level. 1 in 10 households, 509 out of 5,710, received government support in the last 12 months. Most residents of Benicia have a high school diploma or higher, with more than 37% over age 25. 7,181 out of 19,151 hold college degrees. 38%, 2,870 out of 7,219 of the population aged 3 or older is enrolled in elementary or middle school, meaning that Benicia has a steady flow of students to fill its high schools for the coming years. Funding for technology will prep the elementary school children to do better once they reach middle school and beyond. The goal of the funding is to help children whose native tongue is not English. What are the language dynamics that Benicia's schools may face? In 12%, 3,165 out of 25,946 Benicia households, a language other than English is spoken. This is almost a 3% increase from 2000, 10 years earlier. 3,233 out of 25,626. In 53% of those households, 1,686, Spanish is the language spoken. In 12%, 389, other Indo-European languages are spoken. In 33%, or 1,064, the Asian and Pacific Island languages are spoken. 8.7%, or 412 of children aged 5 to 17, speak a language other than English. With the increase from the year 2000 of non-native speakers, and over a quarter of that population not being able to speak English well, there is a need for an intervention. With the number of non-English speaking households and the lack of language competency, help is needed for these children.
According to Semple's elementary school's website, Semple is over 50 years old and one of the smallest schools in Benicia Unified School District, with only 418 students in the 2010 through 2011 school year. Many students' parents attended Semple when they were children, creating a strong bond between the school and its community. Its mission statement reflects a dedicated commitment to success for students. Quote, "At Robert Semple Elementary School, every child is known, valued, and nurtured in order to reach their fullest potential both academically and socially." Close quote. Semple's parent-teacher group, PTG, exemplifies community involvement. It meets every odd-number month of the year and is actively involved in raising funds and working within the community. Semple PTG believes in technology to the extent that it has its own website dedicated solely to fundraising to purchase technology for the school. This belief in technology helped make TEL a great Semple solution.
Overall, Benicia is a community of well-educated, financially stable individuals, but not all residents are experiencing the same level of success. Semple Elementary and Henderson Elementary are two schools in Benicia Unified School District that are only 3 miles apart. English Language Learner students, or ELLs, make up roughly the same percentage of the student population at both schools, 8% at Henderson and 8.6% at Semple. However, the percentage of these ELLs scoring proficient or advanced in English language art varies greatly.
Of the 4 elementary schools in Benicia Unified School District, of its 418 students, Robert Semple Elementary has the highest percentage of students, 8.6, classified as English language learners. The school is seeking a grant to fund a newly formed program designed to aid these students in English language arts. The program, Technology for English Language Learners, TEL, will provide mobile technology. It includes support training programs for the student, teacher, and family. No solution is a one-time event. TEL allows for continued growth, coaching, and interaction with the student, their family, and teachers. Budgetary woes prevent the school district from completely or partially funding programs including technology initiatives. TEL could serve to bridge this gap between students' need to access and use technology and lack of funding available. TEL is a simple solution. Humana's guiding principles coincide with TEL's objectives: having confidence in people and their capacity to change for the better, while recognizing the power of technology and actionable information as tools to effect change. By increasing the English language arts proficiency of English language learners, TEL helps accomplish Humana's goals and funding priorities by promoting higher achievement in education and encouraging access to arts and culture in the communities. Thank you so much for viewing our presentation. Benicia is a beautiful small town loved by its Venetians. They come and they stay. Its neighborhoods are comprised of predominantly single-family residences, with the majority owner-occupied. Venetians enjoy going to the park, purchasing vegetables at their farmers market, and watching local parades with their families. However, there are Venetians in need. 6.5% live below the poverty line, with 40% of that figure being single-parent households. This struggle is what Benicia